You're about to hear another example of why I say that many black discussions, several black discussions on YouTube are poison. Here's a person that destroys this YouTuber on logic and research, but I disagree with this person bringing up this YouTuber's wife. Should have left that out of it. But as far as everything else, the YouTuber does not understand that race is not a real word outside of America. It's only a word here in America. It's actually an Italian ghetto slang. But you listen and tell me what you think. Oh, yeah. And one more thing. At the end, the caller is destroying the YouTuber so much that this other woman has to come in and help the YouTuber save face. Again, bringing up the wife, which really he shouldn't brought that person into it. But listen, you'll find this intellectually interesting on how this YouTuber doesn't really have any source information, but the caller does.
Did Nyla not say she Cuban?
You don't know
Is
her.
your wife Cuban?
What?
Is she Cuban? Is she Cuban?
No, she's not Cuban, you fucking dumbass.
So where is this? You can call me all the names you want. Where is this premise that Nyla is Hispanic coming from? Are people making it up? I mean, because you never show your face. We see pictures. I didn't hear you.
Do you know what Hispanic means?
It can vary. But basically people coming from Spaniards, i.e. Spain.
So okay, so you think the people themselves that Hispanic is a race?
Well, race is from the adjective term that you're using, race is akin to groups of people competing for land, power, and resources. And I get that information via Claude Anderson. That's the resource of where I get the Black Laws Dictionary of race. Now, race in its verb or just regular form would be, a competition almost. So when you say race, that's a psychosocial caste concept. It's created.
So do you know we talking about race in reference to race in America that's defined by the U.S.
I think what you're trying to talk about is genealogy. What you're attempting to use the word race as, you're talking about genealogy. That's why I use the word progeny.
I'm talking about race, literally, because
there is no literal form of race. It's created out of a caste system. Race is not literal. That's how come you have your biracial argument. Right. Because there's no literal race. When we say biracial, are we talking about triracials and quadracials? Because bi means two, right? And most people don't come from two different progenies.
So you think a Cuban American is a biracial?
I never said anything about a Cuban American. I'm denoting the fact that Nyla isn't solely black. She did not come from two brown people like me. So you can see in her genetic expression. We see in her genetic expression European genotypes, bro. Other than that, she would have as many melanocytes that are being expressed on the surface of her epidermis like me.
So Cuba is in Europe?
I'm not talking about Cuba. I'm talking about the fact that when I'm looking at Nyla, we're not looking at
Go ahead now at this point. You brought up.
No, I'm not talking. No, I'm not talking.
You're talking about European. Which one?
No, I'm not, sir. Spain is in Europe.
Right. So we're done with.
So if I'm talking about Spaniards and I say European, they're connotative to the same landmass, unless you don't know geography.
You started in Cuba.
No, I said there was the assumption. It has been rumored that she's Cuban. I don't know. You don't show your face. She don't show hers. Who knows?
Right. I've been showing my face a long time ago.
I've seen pictures of you. I can turn my camera on right now. I've seen pictures of you. I don't know what you look like. I turn my camera on right now.
That's wonderful. I don't turn.
I'm a brown skinned man, up and down the board.
I don't turn my camera on anymore because people are weird like you.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm like you. So I don't turn my camera on as much anymore. They like to talk about my gold teeth and this and that. I get tired of these niggas. So
that's cool.
But my problem here is this.
I like how you like to throw insults out there, but at my age level, I'd rather point to the fact that you're trying to evade from the fact that your woman is white skinned. And I called your woman that in the chat section on one of your videos. I said you with a white skin in imitation Becky, Then you went and made a video light skin versus white skin. That is so cute, man. Cute, man.
I actually didn't even see your comment.
Yeah, I know. Plausible deniability. I know.
Well, no.
Don't snitch on yourself. It's hood shit.
But I'm just trying to pin this down before I start calling you dumb for real.
Yeah.
You tell me, how do you know she doesn't have two black parents? How do you know
Well,
that?
we can look at her genetic expression, and through her genetic expression, I can even apply the Putnick square and say that somewhere in your immediate progeny, there was something opposite of what I am.
So again, I'll ask you, how do you know she doesn't have two black parents?
And I will respond to you that regardless, I'm looking at her genotype. If you understand genetic expression, her genealogy is expressing that of European descent. It's akin to the ecological system. Most people in Europe live in cold climates, therefore they don't need as many melanocytes on their dermis. So why does she not have the amount of melanocytes expressed on her dermis as I do, if we come from the same progeny? How is she black and I'm black, but our genotypes are expressing different things?
So does that apply to all light skin?
Yes. White skin, not light skin, because light does not denote a color. See, light is a condition of a color. You have light red, you have light gray, you have light black is gray. So it's actually white skin. And you took that from me.
Eyeball scientist, bro. Like, y'all gotta stop with this armchair science.
Well, I'm actually a nurse, brother. I actually studied these things, man, in depth. That's why I can speak off the cuff like this.
You can't look at that woman and see.
And I'm out the hood like you, my nigga. So that little bullshit you do don't work, cuz.
She has two black parents, you fucking moron.
And what do we classify as black when I'm clearly brown then? How do we classify a black person? And you do know that the terminology black, that was given to you by your oppressors. You know that, right?
Man, if you don't shut your... Listen, bro.
Yeah.
What should we call ourselves, Action Potential?
That's why we having a whole ADOS argument.
No,
that's not the whole foundational black argument. We don't have an identity of our own, sir.
Wrong with these niggas, man. But
there's nothing wrong with me. That's actually logical. We don't have an identity. Our identity was snatched from us. Our history was snatched from us. Our land was snatched from us. Our name was snatched from us. But somehow we know that we black.
Okay, dog. Listen, man. We do have an identity. We just
What's our identity? What's our identity?
Our identity in America is African American. We have an.
I'm from Africa. Hold on. Whoa. Africa is a continent. That's not a family. That's not a tribe. That's not a nation.
You slow niggas. I ain't told you.
Go ahead. I continue to call names. Go ahead.
Identity in America. Well, I don't want to call you names, but you gotta like.
Hey, look, bro. I'm not arguing with you about that. I'm saying that I've never been to Africa for you to call me an African American, and likewise, that is the name that the oppressors gave you. Jesse Jackson tried to come with some Afro-American, and they flipped it to African American in the 80s. Our identity has always been in question in this country, bro.
Before that, what did they call you?
We came from different tribes and families. You was called Akan.
No,
you was called Lebo. You was called Omo. You had a lot of different names. You was called by your progeny, by the tribe you came from before we came to America, to be specific.
Hey, you just talking, man. I ain't talking. I'm not talking about.
No, I'm not just talking, man.
So you were called Akan before you were called African American?
Say it one more time, sir.
What were you called before you were called African American? What was your identity in America?
What was I called, or what were the people that looked like me were called? We were called many things. We have to put things in the proper context, because when you're speaking in first person, you said me, I have to speak contextually so we don't personify. Now, what you have to recognize is we was called a lot of things, Taz. And sometimes you be being disingenuous, bro. We were called nigger. We was called Negro. We were called a lot of different names, bro.
About identity. So I'm not saying the insulting names. We talking identity.
And I didn't just name the names we were insulted. We were called Negro. We were called colored. We were called a lot of different things. Our identification has always been in question, bro.
Before African American, we were called black, though.
No, we were not. And if we go back to the Majed Wifa, if we go through the Meta Netter, and we read the writings on the wall and we learn ourselves. Come on, Taz, let me speak. If we learn to translate these things ourselves, we will learn that we never identify things based on color. We actually, in those times, a lot of people identify things based on animals like mascots and stuff.
If
man.
we
Come
don't
on, bro.
identify things by color, then why in the fuck would you come up here questioning my wife color?
Because you're being disingenuous in your argument.
No,
That's
you're
why.
dumb as fuck.
Okay, that's cool. I could be dumb, but 1 second you saying not to get with biracials, but you with a woman that looks like a biracial.
But on what grounds?
If I stand your woman next to Stephen Curry, and then you stand me and fucking Kelly Rowlands together, there is a stark difference. Two pairs look alike and two pairs don't.
Did you see my
Beyonce? Your wife and Stephen Curry and Beyonce will look the same. You, Malcolm X, all y'all gonna look the same. But then you got me. I'm gonna look like Michael Jordan. I'm gonna be dark brown. How the fuck are me and them the same? We're not the same. We're different. And when we looking at your woman, she's different from us, Taz. That's why deity choose you up. That's how deity choose you up. Because in 1 second you want to say it's okay for black people to identify as black if they do it vocally. You saying it's okay for them to vocalize that they're black, but it's not okay for them to physically be black.
Stupid ass, because she ain't saying shit about my wife, nigga. What are you talking?
No, see, I'm talking about the argument, Taz. So you slow. The argument, bro, not your wife. The argument itself, nigga.
Okay, so, bro, look.
You bring the nigga gene out of me, cuz.
Listen, you're a dumb nigga. You're dumb. You can't make up your mind. You want to talk about
I'd rather be dumb than be like you.
Right, I'm sure. Do you want to talk about what she said, or do you want to finish your argument? Because those are two different arguments.
Sir, if you want to conflate the discussion, fine, so be it. Let's dance around in circles, Taz. That's what you do. But when it all boils down to it, your wife don't look like us.
Who is us?
And you barely even passing the test, homie.
Who is us?
Me, a chocolate man.
And who
the
else?
Quote unquote real black man.
And who else?
Anybody that looks like me. The Michael Jordan, Kelly Rowland, motherfucking brown skinned man. She don't look like us.
And you said I don't either, right?
I mean, you barely passing the brown bag test, brother. We need to reinstitute the brown bag test so we know who's like us and who's not, because your gal looking a little iffy over there.
Right, but you said I do too.
You passing, barely, but you passed.
Right, now okay, so here's the problem. Now if I start cooking,
at least on the surface. I'm sorry, at least on the surface. On the surface. I don't know your genealogy. I don't know what's in her bloodline. I don't know what's in your bloodline.
Thing, right? So this nigga wife is tar black ugly, right? So
that's cool.
Like shut the fuck up, nigga.
I bet you if I show pictures of her and I
cooking,
if I go live, you won't be able to see.
I'll just put you in the background. So if I start cooking this ugly ass woman, then they'll call me a colorist. See, this is pathetic. I'm only talking to this nigga because again, we got to expose these things. This is jealousy. This is pathetic that this man got this. Why the fuck do he keep talking about her like that? This nigga's a bitch. I don't care nothing about this nigga wife. This nigga is locked in and focused on my wife. Watch his bitch ass come back talking about her some more.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing me back. Hey, bro, let me be honest with you. If I put my girl live on camera, there's going to be more men that are attracted to her than are not. I mean, you can project her being unattractive or fat. I'm not here to attack Nyla per se, but I am here to attack you and your whole B1 brigade, your flawed argument for you to be B1. You have a lot of disingenuous arguments. I've heard Sinji say that if a man lays down with a white woman, he's gay. I've heard
say that.
I've heard you call, and I also recognize that darker skinned women.
Say that. See what I'm saying? And this is the point with you niggas, dog. You just get up here and say shit. Now tell me when I said that.
You were on O'Shea's channel, and you were called to defend against that. and you chose the safe, you rolled the fence. You say, well, you know, that's her position. I ain't gonna say nothing about that.
That's not
and
what I
you
said.
rolled the fence.
I actually said that's her position, and I don't agree with that. But
hey, fine, you rolled the fence on that. You played it safe.
No, I said, but
You played it safe, bro.
Since we can look at that time period and see a change,
and you agree now. So that's not playing both sides of the fence.
I didn't agree. I didn't agree. I didn't. I said I can't make the correlation, although I do see the parallel.
So you can, in one breath, you can say, I see the possibility, but I'm not going to point it out.
No, I see the possibility, but I don't agree with your assessment.
So you can see that it's probable, but you're going to disagree. And why are you disagreeing with that? If you think that it's probable, what's your disagreement then?
Probability does not denote fact, bro. That's why it's
so basically plausible deniability.
No,
I'm gonna see it. I know that there's a problem, but no snitching. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. And I'm gonna let her run with her jargon, and I'm gonna ride the fence. Deity just did the same thing with you with the biracial situation. When it's convenient for Taz, then you're gonna support it.
You just brought that up, so we'll deal with both of them, and then we're gonna be done.
You do this. This is a tactic that you do that you learn from Obsidian. You learned this from arguing and debating with Obsidian.
Learn not to shut the fuck up from. But
yeah,
you gotta let
that's cool.
From my shit, you know what I'm saying? I gotta meet you. So okay, so again, so I'm trying to figure out which one of these we should deal with first, because you're not having a conversation. You're just on here throwing shit out. What is it that you think I'm riding the fence on?
I just explained it. So now you're making what's called a circular suggestion.
No.
I laid it out.
Listen, you laid
so now
out,
you want me to repeat it? I'll repeat it.
I don't need you to repeat the entire thing.
Maybe your comprehension is low.
It's not low. You're throwing too much.
What didn't you understand? What don't you understand about a conflated argument and plausible deniability?
Problem. I still don't get it. I still don't see the hypocrisy in anything I've said.
Well, you know, it's a lot of kids that you can try to teach algebra to. Some just can't learn.
Right. But you got to show
me. It's seeming that you've reached your apex.
Right. So if I reach my apex, then why is it that you're here in the middle of the conversation?
Oh, just so everybody, so that your audience can see that it's easy to dislodge logic.
Okay, so you would have had a better chance of doing that 2 weeks ago when I wasn't talking
about.
No,
I just did it now. I just showed now how your wife does not express this quote unquote blackness in her genealogy that you so covet.
What do I covet?
This blackness, black first, B1, but you chose a yellow bone first.
So you see now, so
black's coming all shades. That's what your comment section say, and you chose the furthest thing from black. Just hear that out.
It's so hard to take all of this in at once, man, because so she a yellow bone now.
She's definitely not a black woman. So you mean to tell me we wouldn't have called Nyla a yellow bone in our day growing up? That's not a yellow bone.
I mean, ain't no telling what you would. I mean, you
bro. Okay, Taz,
you're ugly.
You're very disingenuous.
So ain't no telling what you would have called women.
That's disingenuous, bro. And there you go with plausible deniability. Let me just deny, so I don't have to take a position. That's what you do.
It's disingenuous to act like you can give somebody a genealogy test right here on the internet.
So you mean to tell me that, okay, whoa. Let me help you understand how flawed that is. So you can look at me and say, I'm a black person, but I can't look at another person and say that they're not a black person?
I mean, you can do what you want to do.
How do you know I'm not Hindu?
I don't.
Does that still make me black? I got the same pigmentation.
I don't know what you are.
Right. Plausible deniability.
Right. Ain't that the argument I was trying to make to deity?
Bro, I got to keep it up. She got you and good. Now, I know you're not going to admit to it because you've been shown to not have integrity. But she got you. And being a person that debate, I know how to tap out when I'm wrong and when I've lost and say, you know what? I don't know. You got me there. I didn't think this through thoroughly enough. You even stated that you still a little flimsy on the position.
Right. I'm not flimsy on anything. It's clear.
So where do we draw the line then? Is Stephen Curry a black person?
Nigga, I don't know. I don't make
So I
that.
thought you said that you wasn't flimsy on it then.
I'm not.
So I can look at Nyla and say she's not a black person, but
you're dumb.
Can I look at Stephen Curry and do the same thing and say, if you can look at Steph Curry and say, I don't know if he's black, I can do the same thing to Nyla.
See, I don't know these people history like y'all. I have to ask.
I don't know his history. He's a basketball player. I don't know this man.
Okay, but I don't know if.
But looking at him on the surface, him and Nyla have the same pigmentation.
Dude, no, the fuck they don't.
You crazy, bro. Now you just lying, cuz. So Michi X and Nyla don't got the same skin pigmentation.
You think that she the same color as Stephen Curry? You's a dumbass nigga, bro.
Okay. Does Nyla have the same pigmentation of Michi X?
No.
Oh, wow. All right, bro. At this point, I'm looking at her pictures, man, and you just not keeping it real, bro. At this point, I gotta keep 100.
I don't know what pictures you looking at, and I don't know why you're looking
at the ones that you and her put on the internet. G, come on, man, stop playing dumb.
You and her, I've only put like 2 of her pictures in a couple.
So I'm supposed to know every action and every upload y'all do.
I mean,
whenever she speaks on the internet, you always in the background running your mouth. Now all of a sudden you don't know nothing.
Making it sound like you know what she looked like, and you don't. You said,
well, you the one. You are the one hiding behind the pictures and the avatars. All I can do is look at the picture and say that this is a fucking mulatto.
Okay, I'm not hiding, but this is the problem. If she was to come on camera right now and show you she's not the color of Stephen Curry, what is that gonna benefit me? How is that a benefit to me to show your stupid ass?
Well, every action we take isn't a lost gain, obstacle, Taz.
Right, I know it's an obstacle. It's
no. I said everything in life is not a lost gain obstacle. Listen a little bit closer.
This is an obstacle.
In what manner? In what manner is this an obstacle? How is this going to affect your bottom line at home?
Well, okay, so in a manner where I'm trying to have a conversation so people of the future realize that when we start having conversations about racially ambiguous people, we're not always even talking about black people.
And that's going to benefit you today somehow in your lost gain equation? Because you're talking about what benefits you. Is that going to benefit you today, next week, next month? And in what manner?
I have children, dog. I have to live by this.
Okay, I got kids too. Another question. Do you got kids with Nyla?
I have to live by this.
Do you got kids with Nyla?
Why is that any of your concern?
Right. Because I'm listening to you guys try to lay out what you think blackness is. And then when we start to peel back the layers of Nyla and Taz, you really speaking on a house built on sand made of glass, bro.
Right. So if I had a kid with her, though, what if I said
no? It's the fact that you don't have a kid with her.
Okay. So
it helps me understand. It helps me understand that you are pushing what the mess that prior generations left on us. It's to make a lot of excuses.
Wait, which mess is that? Which mess is that?
Cloud the line. Make a lot of excuses.
What are you talking? An excuse for what? What does my marriage or children have to do with you?
Because you are assuming I recognize that the poorest of the black community are the leaders, the people with the poorest backgrounds, with the poorest social skills and behaviors. These are the people that are pushed to the forefront to be leaders. So I don't want to be a leader. I don't want to be a leader. I just want to shut down the rhetoric that's very loud.
Right. Now, what rhetoric
that this man is talking about telling other men not to lay down with a white woman, but you with an imitation white woman. And if not, then what are you hiding? You call my girl ugly, fat, and all kind of shit. For you to be so black first, my wife has never done anything to you. You call her all type of names, bro. And we cool with that. But guess what? We could get on the camera. And even if we are ugly, we love our blackness.
Okay, who said you didn't?
You.
I didn't say you don't. I don't care.
You didn't say it, but you definitely imply it.
Wait a minute, who put your blackness in question? I don't know
you. You put my blackness in question because you want to stand my daughter next to Nyla's daughter and say that my daughter and your daughter come from the same struggle. Wrong.
Why
Wrong.
daughter come from the same struggle?
Because your daughter, your Nyla's daughter, is closer to her white progeny, and we far from white progeny. So Nyla's gonna get provisions. Nyla can blend in Mexico. We not. We can't blend in Mexico. We don't look nothing like them.
Shit, I blend
we stick out like a sore thumb. Because we flat.
It's not. Have you been to Mexico?
I've been all around the world, sir. I'm a military vet. The ones you hate.
Right, one of the ones that's fucked up. I asked you though.
That's cool, bro. I can be fucked up, but listen to how I'm speaking to you and how you speaking to me, Taz. I'm at least giving you humanity.
No.
Even if I have a disagreement, not to come in an insultive way. I'm not gonna attack Nyla personally, dog.
You already did.
That's how you taking it,
Taz. You did it.
That's cool, but that's how you taking it, Taz. I'm saying that's not a black woman. That's not to insult her.
Okay, that's insulting.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not. But I'm telling you, you insulted me when you tell me that she's black. That's an insult to me, bro.
Based on what?
She's not a black woman.
Based on your scientific approach of looking at someone.
All right, drop her in the middle of Latin America and see if she don't blend in well. And watch they ask me where I'm from. For a man to be world traveled, you can tell the variations of the progeny of this planet. I know the difference between a man from Thailand and the Philippines, but they both are Oriental, Taz. They both Oriental, Taz. A Korean and a Japanese person, both Oriental, both Asian, but they're different, cuz.
I just want to understand. So are you telling me then that the Cuba part of the conversation that you
I'm not even talking about Cuba. I'm talking about on the surface looking at Nyla.
I'm just trying to figure out where that came into play.
Well, I'm not going to inject Cuba in there because that gives you an isolated talking point. I don't know where her progeny is. And you ain't going to say. I don't know and you ain't going to say, Taz. So let's not play the guessing game.
Well,
on the surface, she does not look like me, bro.
The reason I'm not going to say is because I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
If your wife stand next to my wife, there are stark differences, brother, in their genealogy.
Right.
Specifically.
And so you're not a genealogist, though.
How do you know that?
Because I can listen to you and see how dumb you sound. My motherfucking mom.
So everything that you say is factual, and everything that I say is some dumb shit. And that's how you able to project my intelligence.
I know for a fact my mother is lighter than Nyla. My mother
and we see it in your. Thank you. And birds of a feather flock together. Now we're getting somewhere. Maybe you're hurt that your white daddy rejected you.
Her mother was my complexion.
Maybe you're angry that your white side rejected you. Because I never stood a chance. Ain't nothing like that in my bloodline.
What white side?
Your white side.
No, dog. I knew my great grandparents.
And if she was lighter, then how did she get that complexion? Standing on ice?
Oh my God, man. You don't know black people come in different complexions?
That is actually 100% bullshit. No, we don't come in all shades. But once the Arabs first invaded, we go all the way back to 1720 BCE. Once the Hyksos invaded and raped the women, oh, well, now we got some different colors.
Man.
Now we got some different colors.
So black people don't come in.
No, we don't. But once we were raped once Africa was raped and invaded, yeah, there was variation of color. But before that, there was not.
Oh man. Hey, bro, you need to go get some help, fam.
Hey, let my degrees, let my intelligence speak for me. Because you can project all that you want. When I turn this off, my life is good, bro. I'm not doped up every day, bro. I'm not doped up every day, Taz.
Your question. What is
I have an associate's right now in registered nursing, and I'm working on the bachelor's, brother. Man, and I'm a military vet. And I'm right out the motherfucking hood.
Congratulations.
And I can go live on camera on dope sets while I'm well respected. I don't know if you could do that from Mexico, but I could do that today.
Congratulations on being a nurse, but I think you should focus on that and leave.
Yeah, but we don't know what you are, Mr. Businessman that pays all the bills at Nyla's house. What is your profession?
I'm the GOAT.
Since you're so worried about how I get paid, what's your profession?
You're here talking to me.
Right. You don't have a job, Taz. YouTube is your job.
Do you know that?
YouTube your job. I don't know that you do, and I don't know that you don't, which basically means you don't. So I'm not gonna claim, oh, I got money, but I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna spend it. Yeah, you full of shit. You ain't got no fucking money.
This is what I'm gonna tell you. That when I came to YouTube, I told people that I was gonna, continue to do what I do until I got in a position where I could make this something of a media format where Black people have it. Until we don't have it no more, we gonna push Black first content on here. And so this media is my job. You should be supporting Black
Taz,
media. But
listen to me, Taz. Listen to me, Taz. Should I support a man that calls my woman a fat bitch?
I'm gonna mute you.
You call people bitches, dumb niggas, and then you ask me for my money?
All right. No, I'm not asking you for your money. I said what you should have.
What do you mean by support?
You should have been. You
Why?
don't support.
Why should I support you?
Because this is Black media.
If I don't identify your concept of Black, you said this is Black media, but that's not Black to me. That's nigga hood shit. No, that's hood shit, cuz. You want some hood shit.
What's hood shit?
Cussing motherfuckers out, roasting like you say before I roast your bitch. That's nigga shit. It's not Black first, man.
Well, what's not Black first is to come up here and bring your colorism issues and cry.
No, it's not colorism, Taz. This goes back to our history of slavery. How the fuck you get raped by white people, but ain't no offsprings of these white people running around nowhere, Taz?
Your issues are what happened to you.
No, Taz, it's not. You want to subject it. You want to project it on me. But I'm saying we talking about we coming out of slavery, dog. We got raped. You mean to tell me ain't gonna be no offsprings of these motherfuckers that raped us? Trying to blend in with us? That's why we got Rachel Dolezals and Colin Kaepernicks. Or the faces of blackness. Obama, the face of blackness.
Did you
but the people who are really suffering, the people who really going through that shit ain't got no face, ain't got no voice.
Okay.
Malcolm X is okay. Martin Luther King, no. We ain't listening to that nigga. So there is, Taz, you being disingenuous by saying that there isn't favoritism given to white people and those that look like them in this country. It's not personal, it's reality.
I'm sorry for your issues, fam.
No, I ain't got no issues. My life good. Hey, whoa. My house is bigger than yours. No, brother. No.
Do you know you like the 50th nigga on here to like compare himself to me?
I know, but let's stay on the point. Don't run from what I just said.
I'm not running.
Stay on focus, Taz.
Running to
200 years of slavery cannot be minimalized to colorism, bro. That's disingenuous, and you full of shit for that.
I'm talking about your issue right now. The issue that's
I ain't got no issue. Oh, I ain't got no issue. My issue is 100,000 this year.
Okay, you have
my issue is 100,000 this year. Right, that's my issue.
Right. So how are you looking at somebody trying to tell them who the fuck they are if that was your real issue?
Well, it's called a debate. It's called a conversation. Ain't that what we having? And when you have a conversation, there's usually somebody that takes an alternate position or an opposing position. That's the purpose of when you're watching the news, the split screen. That's the reason why you have a split screen going right now.
I got you.
For opposing views. Unless you want to speak into a vacuum.
So we're clear though that black people only look like you.
I'm clear that brown people, I'm a brown person and I'm not subjected to a crayon box. That's what I'm clear about. That I come from a progeny of different people from different groups across the planet.
But I'm just trying to narrow down this group of the people that you said were us. Before I let everybody about to come back. You
gotta be more concrete. And you gotta start speaking in second and third person. Right. You gotta have a subject verb clause when you speak, Taz.
Right. Right. You said us. I just want to put
Who is
down
us,
that.
Taz? I just asked you for a subject verb clause. Who is the us? Speaking first person.
Well, you said it, bro. I'm
No,
asking
no, no,
you.
because I'm different from you, Taz.
Mhm.
So when you say us, that doesn't include me, Taz.
Right, but I didn't say us. You did. Remember?
No. Okay, here you go. All right, more circular arguments. Female tactics. Go ahead, bro.
You said Nyla does not look like us, and you don't either.
No, no, no.
So I'm asking
Me.
you
No, no,
us.
no, Taz. Me, Taz. I know you don't listen well when you didn't pay attention to school because you was bored, but listen, me.
This is sad, man. Okay.
I know you should to
But
be
listen,
44 years old and to still be calling people bitches,
Nyla don't look
dumbass nigga.
That's your
I am working hard to
That's
change that image of black men. We do grow up.
You'll
We do grow up.
You'll be better off shutting the fuck up.
That's cool.
That's the way you can change the image
But
of black men.
I don't have to conduct myself like that. I don't have to tell people to shut the fuck up. I can listen to what you got to say, man.
Get your dumb ass off YouTube. You want to help the image of black man? Get your dumb ass off YouTube.
I appreciate the advice, but I kind of enjoy it sometimes.
I'm sure you do. You're dumb, and you literally think you can look at black people and judge who they are.
Let me ask you a question. Can I ask you a real logical question, Taz? And this is the last thing I'm gonna ask you.
I don't think you're capable, bro.
Bro, come on, we men. Why do you gotta act like that, bro? We both men. Bro, you 44 years old, man.
I'm not though.
Okay, 42, 40-something years old, because you like this plausible deniability.
No,
I'm saying at 37 years old, brother, sir, because you're not my brother. You're definitely not my brother. Sir, I'm saying at 37 years old.
This man about
I am not going to talk to people like that. I'm not going to treat people like that. 40 plus years old. It's better ways to communicate with him.